Good evening and welcome inside the historic Hessler Naval Armory, the new home of the Heron Riverside Argonauts. And tonight, they welcome in the Griffins of the International School of Indiana for one of the final games of the high school regular season here in Indianapolis. Rick Johnston joined alongside the Hall of Fame coach Pete Smith, who knows a thing or two about this building because back in the day, Coach, you played some of your college ball on this very floor.
Well, back in the day, this was the home of Marion College Knights. I was in college. 79 was my freshman year. I know I look a lot older. Thank you. Okay. But that being said, Marion played their games here until I think 83 when they built their own facility on campus. But they've done a wonderful job restoring a lot of the building. I know I just talked to two of their board of trustees, and it looks really, really good. They've done a nice job. It's a great home court, and we're excited to be here on ISC Sports to cover the game, and it is their senior night.
Senior night had the two seniors for the basketball team, the four cheerleaders honored before tonight's game as well. This building was finished being built in 1938 and was used by the Navy during World War II. They still have some of the original 12 by 15 foot paintings up, still upholstered here and hung up here on the walls. We'll get into a lot more of the history of this building as we go on through the night. But the home team tonight in the Argonauts having a really, really good year in Class 2A, 16-4 under the direction of their first-year head coach, Justin Bennett. They're coming off of a really thrilling win over Crystal House at the Horn last time out. Yeah,
they had a barn burner, and the four games they've lost have been really competitive. A couple to the Met, who's one of the best teams in their class. They lost to Danville in their opener. That was kind of like a little wake-up call as we talked to Coach Bennett. And then an overtime loss to a really good Taylor team coached by Bob Winnell, the old Beech Grove Stars. So they're putting together a great season. We're going to talk during the broadcast on the sectional draw for both schools and what their chances are there. And we're taking a look right now at the international squad. Go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, the Griffins come in 6-10. They had a 1-point win against Muncie Burris. They're led by fourth-year head coach Dwayne Cobb. Their big star coming into this ball game is Peter Machado, number 10. He just came out, had a double-double, 32 points in 32 minutes last time out.
Yeah, a real impressive game, and he's a two-sport star soccer player also, like several of these kids. A unique situation. They weren't even in school last week. The international school has unique breaks.
Yep.
They're getting ready to go on another break right after the sectional. So, but an interesting school. I coached there when we started the Guerin Catholic program. They were kind enough to play us in basketball. And Coach Cobb, we had a nice talk with him, and we'll talk about his team. They're on a 3-game win streak, so they're playing their basketball coming into it. It's just that they didn't practice last week. And I can tell you, maybe it's because I'm an old school coach, but when you don't practice, it's hard to think you're going to be ready for games, and that's the challenge that Dwayne Cobb has.
Yeah, Coach Cobb told us had a lot of workouts with individual guys, then had one hard practice yesterday. Today's pregame show is brought to you by Brandt Construction. Brandt Construction is proud to support tonight's Heron Riverside High School basketball broadcast. As a trusted general contractor in Indianapolis for over 54 years, we specialize in high-end commercial construction, including schools, religious facilities, and historic restorations. Heron Classical Schools has been a valued partner of ours since their founding in 2006. We've had the privilege of completing every project they've undertaken, including the recent Heron Preparatory Academy. We're honored to help build the future of education in our community. Go Argonauts. About a minute before we step aside here, we talked about the history in this building. You look around, they still have a lot of the porthole windows and the big
really
wooden doors here on either side of the gym. It's a wonderful facelift. They have an upper deck where one of our cameras is situated tonight up off to the left. You see one of the porthole windows there. You knew that the Navy lived here for a while right when you walked through the door.
And maybe you mentioned, if you did, I apologize, but this is on the second floor.
Mm-hmm.
So you go up a pretty profound set of steps to get in here. So we're playing above the rim in a lot of ways here.
And you look at the other things as well. When you walk in, you see famous naval officers with their names stamped into the concrete outside walking. There's one of those famous paintings from famous naval battles in the past that have been here since the 40s. Well, we'll step aside. We are pleased to be here, and we're pleased you're with us here tonight for the International School in Heron Riverside, here from the historic Hessler Naval Armory, tonight on the ISC Sports Network.
McCulling in time. Oh, no! It's good.
This one is good.
There you go.
Wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, 3, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh my goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Ellen's way.
Wrestler! Wrestler! Whoa!
And little volley, oh my goodness. What a touch for the goal. Jumped though by Lawrence North, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness. Got fouled, got the dunk, got the poster, and gets the highlights. Now he takes the look away, and he puts it away.
Back at the Hessler Naval Armory, where the Heron Riverside dance team is getting everybody ready to go here tonight. They say that they are the best dance team in the city of Indianapolis, and they lived up to the billing with their pregame show tonight. We'll take one more break, and then when we come back, it's time for tip between the International School and Heron Riverside here on the ISC Sports Network.
McCullingham time. Oh, no! It's good.
This one is caught.
There you
oh,
go.
Wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, three, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh my
I
goodness.
feel a little momentum starting to fall Ellen's way.
Wrestler! Wrestler! Whoa!
And little volley, oh my goodness. What a touch for the goal. Jumped though by Lawrence North, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness. Give it to him. Rolls through the lane, and he ducks him. Oh my goodness. Got the dunk, got the poster, and gets the highlights. Now he takes the look away, and he puts it away.
Hey there, my name is Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we are part of, actually the entirety of, at least from an on-air standpoint, Query and Schultz on the ISC Sports Network. It's appropriately named. It's charitably award-winning. And Derek, now we venture into season number 5. Hard to believe.
5 of them. 5 of them. Can you believe it? 2 best buds, talking Colts,
Hard to believe
Pacers, Indiana sports, every Tuesday night, 7:30, ISC Sports Network, and on socials as well.
It is made possible, of course, by the people who watch and listen every single week. We are most appreciative. We look forward to season number 5.
Back here at the Hessler Naval Armory, and Coach, I think that's the first time I've ever been at a game where the entire crowd sang the national anthem to help and had a couple technical difficulties. We all know how technology doesn't work. It really doesn't work. And then out of nowhere, people started singing, and off and went. We honored America, and now we're ready for some hoops.
Well, out of nowhere was Brian Braze, the retired athletic director at Brebeuf Jesuit Prep, who is on the board here now after he retired from IU, from all his duties there, and he did a great job of getting the crowd started. And the reason I just joined you, because I was trying to sing, but
he's got a pretty good voice.
He's got a very good voice. It didn't surprise me. He's probably in the Glee Club at IU. He is such a Hoosier fan and Brebeuf Jesuit fan, and now he's a Riverside Argonaut fan being on the board here.
we mentioned off the top as we just saw the starters for the international school introduced here. The starters for Heron Riverside, Benny Hopper, one of their 2 seniors. That's Isaiah Weir, number 22. Benny's younger brother, Ty Hopper, was one of the guards. On the wing, we'll see Jace Bennett, head coach Justin Bennett's son. And then the hero from last Thursday night, Braden Torgrimson, one of the other 2 seniors. You can spot him real easy, coach. He's right there in the middle with the neon yellow sneakers.
Yeah, only 2 seniors on this Riverside team, Benny Hopper and Braden Torgrimson. So they're excited about their future, but they're also excited about the upcoming tournament coming up here. As you see, Braden, he's a transfer from Zionsville. They got together at Braden's house and watched the IHSAA tournament draw on Sunday. Great job by our friends with the IHSAA and Greg Rakestraw, of course. But Bob Lovell did a wonderful job the 2-hour show on Sunday night, and we'll talk about that bracket a little bit later as you see Benny Hopper getting the last of the introductions.
He's the leader in steals and the most made threes on the year for the Argonauts. Other starters for the international school, Evan Johnson, who's second in scoring for the Griffins. Cale Odenwelder, Peter Machado, number 10. He's their leading scorer on the year, averaging about 14 per ball game. Right there in the middle, that's Odenwelder, number 5. You also have Slide Klobusnik and Michael Kreutz, who, like a bunch of the guys here for the international school multiple sport men's. You get a look at Dwayne Cobb in his 4th season leading the international school. He grew up just a couple blocks away. He said, I used to play here at the Armory when I was growing up before we walked on at Vincennes.
Yeah, that was, we enjoyed our conversation with him. A stand-up comic when he is not during basketball season, and he has some good one-liners that made us laugh as we did our pregame interview with him. But he's a trainer and a mentor nowadays, and both these coaches do a wonderful job of getting involved in these guys' lives. Both unique schools we'll talk about during the broadcast, but international school, as you can imagine, are international players here in the state of Indiana, whereas Riverside is a college preparatory school here in the heart of the city. And again, they're doing their cheer they always do before they tip off the games here at Riverside.
Yeah, the Riverside, we're seeing just a stone's throw away from the White River. Coach Cobb, by the way, a stand-up comic for 14 years. He has a nice long career. He said his last gig was in Anderson back in December.
It's got to help him with referees. I mean, it truly does.
Did you wish you could have told a couple jokes?
I don't think referees thought I was very funny. Yeah, when I coached. I'll leave it at that. And always, I don't want to open myself up for comments. So as international starts out in a man-to-man defense.
They're in the blue. Heron Riverside in the home white. This is Hopper.
Little Butler action there, the old Butler offense there. Torgensen had a pretty good post up, but didn't get the ball inside.
B. Hopper to the top, trying to measure a 3. Jace Bennett, and he knocks it right down the middle.
Jace averages over 10 a game, and he is the coach's son and can shoot it pretty well. Obviously, steps out and drains that one to open the contest.
Averaged about 10 per ball game. He's got a D up here against Michael Kreutz. Long 2. Too much on that one from Odenwelder. T. Hopper in front of that Riverside bench. This is Isaiah Weir.
Double screen on that left wing for Hopper.
Benny Torgrimson, and he knocks it down. Back-to-back threes, coach, to start things here for the Argos.
Boy, and very impressive, too. Hopper gets the steal in a full-court one-man press, sort of. Throws it to Ty Hopper for the layup.
Benny Hopper, as you mentioned, leads the team in steals, and his younger brother slashes in, and it's all home team here early on.
3 for 3 shooting with 2 threes, but I was just getting ready to comment. Their half-court offense has been really good. They've been patient, got good wide-open shots.
Fall away for Kreutz doesn't go, as he's got to go against the much bigger Jace Bennett down low.
Kreutz has taken both of their shots. He's their best shooter on the season, shooting 50% from the field.
T. Hopper cuts down the lane outside to big bro Benny. First miss from 3, but tapped up and in by Isaiah Weir.
Not sure how much of the ball Weir got, but he was in the right place to make some kind of contact with it. Good offensive rebound putback, and it's 10-0. We're right out of the gate.
This is Evan Johnson, second in points for the Griffins. Their top man in scoring, Machado, has touched the ball just once, and the 3rd time down the floor. Pump fake from Kreutz, runs into some traffic, and then out to Odenwelder.
Evan Johnson, yeah, going to get the ball and get the get it set up. Second leading scorer in this ball club. Also averages 2.1 steals a game.
Throws it up, can't find the bottom of the cup, and another rebound here for Torgrimson, and the big man wants to push the issue. Goes right down the lane through contact, gets his own miss, and he'll go to the line twice. So Torgrimson had the 20 points, including the game-winning 3 against Crystal House on the road last Thursday. Coach, let's take a look at your keys to the game here as we get ready for the Torgrimson free throws.
Well, Torgrimson on the good drive there. Let's talk about keys here in just a second here. I want to, Torgrimson, a really good shooter, got good form and release here. Started in the Zionsville program and transferred here to Riverside to finish off for the college prep academics that they have here.
Overall, a struggle from the line this year at 56%, but has now made 6 out of his last 7.
Yeah, he's got a really good stroke. A little long there, but I think with the announcer's jinx there, but Coach Cobb, Coach Cobb's going to take a timeout. I had a feeling he would. Let's take a look at the keys here. Controlling tempo is controlling the pace and tempo here is going to be a big key. You know, right now, though, International down 11-0. They still want to take care of the ball and control the pace if they can. Rebounding battle. Right now, when it's been one and done for International and the way the Riverside shooting, rebounds may not be a key, but size-wise, they have the advantage after Machado, who's a really good rebounder, and finally stopping the basketball in transition. But I'll tell you, Riverside has been very disciplined on their shot selection so far and gotten good shots. They've made 1 steal and converted that. So really off to a good start there as you take a look at the Griffins there, Coach Cobb. Again, it's a wonderful school. It's a challenge to coach there sometimes because of the fact that their student athletes are from other countries and leave their school quite often for vacations and breaks. The academic rigors, obviously, very similar to Riverside when it comes to college preparatory academics.
Riverside plays the man-to-man defense here. They're the 14th best team in the entire state of Indiana when it comes to opponent points allowed. Little Busnick to Kreutz, who's had that ball in his hand a lot here in the early going. Odenwelder just a little bit off, and another rebound. This one of the one-handed variety from Braden Torgrimson.
I think Machado needs to get a touch that next offensive possession.
Bennett pulls Machado out to the three-point arc.
Lob pass.
Torgrimson goes up and over the man, and getting a hand caught in the cookie jar there was one of the forwards of the Griffins. That was Michael Kreutz.
Yeah, there's a back screen set, and Torgrimson did a good job of following his cut because the pass was a little underthrown. Defensive player almost got a chance to steal it, but since he didn't, it's going to be a foul on him.
Good looking stroke from Torgrimson, just a little bit off from 3. Ty Hopper from the mid-range, nice. Fine, just a little bit too much on that one for Jace Bennett.
Jace played at Brownsburg growing up in their program and now playing for his father here, transfer over so he could play with his dad. For his dad, actually.
His head coach, Justin Bennett, was the girls coach at Tri-West. As a steal here from Isaiah Weir. Tiptoes the sideline as he slides to the front court.
Weir doesn't score a lot, but he really does a lot of things that don't go on the stat sheet very much. That's going to be an over-the-back call on Torgrimson. Good job of trying to keep the ball active. Might as well be aggressive right now, early in the game.
Riverside averages just about 4 made threes per game. They're 1 off of hitting that here in the opening quarter.
And Riverside shoots only 29% from behind the line, but off to a good start here in this game, hitting their first 2.
Machado with just his second touch here early on, and he turns it over. Torgrimson out and running. He is cleared for an uncontested layup, and that's 6 early points for Braden Torgrimson.
It's nice when you have Bennett up there at the top guarding Kreutz. That's a tall defender at the point to start their offense. It's very difficult as Machado picks up the loose ball.
Yeah, Bennett 6'6" and a strong build. Long 3, too much on that one for Evan Johnson.
Just one and done, no offensive rebounds, and that's a big key, I think, was the board battle, and so far it's been all Riverside.
Bennett and Torgrimson have been pretty formidable down there against the smaller lineup for the International school. Open off-ball screen, got Ty Hopper free. He weaves and kicks. Torgrimson back all the way to Benny Hopper for an open look, and it's nothing but nylon.
You know, I got a chance to watch some film this week before tonight, and I really like his game. He can really play. He was more of a scorer last year as a junior. This year he's more of a facilitator. One and done again as Machado takes the long three.
Fancy behind the back bounce from Bennett. Quick to the corner, Ty Hopper. Second one for the Hopper family tonight, first one for Ty.
Boy, they are off to a great start.
They've already eclipsed their season average in made threes per game here in the opening quarter. That's their 5th triple with 2 and change left to go here in the first. Johnson trying to find some angle way, and it's lobbed all the way up to Benny Hopper. 5 for each of the Hopper boys, and another timeout here for the international school.
Yeah, good call by Coach Dwayne Cobb because there's just nothing working for him. One shot and done. As you see, here's the transition layup there. Good outlet pass by Torgrimson. Hopper with the layup.
At Heron Riverside, students don't just learn, they explore the future. Just last week, 35 HRHS scholars attended the 16 Tech Student Healthcare Summit, engaging with industry leaders, flying drones, and exploring cutting-edge careers in medicine. Round 2 applications close on April 18th, families. Don't wait. Enroll today at heronriverside.org/enrollment. Let's take a look at some of the banners honoring this year's senior class, all 6 members.
Yeah, we had 4 cheerleaders at the start of the game, dance team cheerleaders, and then the 2 senior players who are lighting it up right now for the Argonauts, off to a good start. But really nice crowd here. They've got bleachers on, 3 of the 4 ends or sides, I guess you'd say. Just the one end doesn't have anything, got the overhang, which is kind of cool.
With an old ship light up there, a large, there's, again, you, like we said earlier, you just look around and everywhere you look, you're reminded that this place used to be the home of the Navy for, over 70 years.
During some really important times in our country.
Mm-hmm. Active here during World War II, where they trained radio operators from 1940 to 1945, and they also said that top secret planning for important battles also happened here, as it was commandeered for active service.
Angus Conley checked in during that timeout, replacing Evan Johnson.
That's 31 in blue as the coach's son, Chase Bennett, gets called for the hand check here. First foul against Heron, or second foul here against Heron Riverside in the first.
International wanting to control the pace, but down big right now. Just got to find a way to score. They only average 43.1 a game on the season, so they're not a high-scoring team anyway.
Baseline shot just rolls off. Good look from Klobusnik. And trying to get that offensive rebound was Odenwelder, but he dribbles on the baseline. It's a tough ask for a guy that's 5'10", 140 to go against the likes of Bennett and Torgrimson down on the block.
No, he scrapped for that one, but couldn't come up with it. 1-2-2 zone now by International, and it works. Machado with the steal, trying to throw it into the post to Bennett.
Leads the team in numerous categories, including steals, as Connolly brings it up. Here's Machado. Spins it off, and soaring up high is Benny Hopper for the miss.
Just like their discipline. Ty Hopper could have took that. He waited, threw it back out. He got a good look there as an open 3.
Bennett, rebound in traffic, and off to Torgrimson for the finish. A well-seasoned team here in Riverside, 16-4 on the campaign. They get a bye in next week's sectional. Bennett all over the floor, making Krutz's life difficult. Connolly with Benny Hopper all over.
I didn't like that matchup. Hopper had steal on his mind the whole way.
2-on-2. Bennett runs the floor, and he puts it home.
Love the unselfishness by Benny Hopper. Bennett now with 5.
B. Hopper averages about 3 assists per ball game to go with that scoring load, which, as Coach mentioned, he has gleefully took a back seat to kind of create with the additions of Bennett and obviously Torgrimson here as well.
I would guess Benny has more assists than probably has been down in the stat book because, boy, he's a really good passer. He's a facilitator. He's going to get a layup here.
How about this pass? All the way out and trying to dunk it was Hopper as Torgrimson threw it the length of the floor. All Argos here with 6 seconds remaining in the first. And another steal almost here by the Argos. And Heron Riverside pitches a shutout here in the opening quarter here from the historic Hessler Naval Armory. 4 paintings just like that all around this beautiful place. All Argos. They lead 27-0 here on the ISC Sports Network.
Ball here. Harris scores. With 19 seconds left. Fake players, big boy. I'm telling you right now, that's awesome. I love it. That's the finish. You get a layup taken and an and one. Fly ball. Out of here.
Heron Riverside High School is where excellence thrives. From mock trial champions to IHSAA gold medalists, HRHS students are proving what's possible. Families looking for a top-tier education, round 2 applications close on April 18th. Hurry and reserve your spot today at heronriverside.org/enrollment. Rick Johnston, the Hall of Fame head coach Pete Smith, here with you tonight. When we talk about, in our line of work, you talk about a lot of the historic high school gyms around the state of Indiana. Coach, there aren't a lot of places you can go to like this one that are almost 100 years old. And look really good for almost 100.
Looks really, really good. Absolutely. They've done a wonderful job of restoring a lot of the texture around the building. The floor looks like it could be a little bit, could be redone someday, but I don't see anybody really slipping too well, so they've gotten slipping too much. So they've got pretty good traction on the floor. And what a great home court environment for them. I mean, you've got fans above the basket, at the basket that International is headed towards right now. I can't tell if I'm east or west, north or south in this, since we're upstairs in this school.
I just stick with left and right. I try not to get too much into directions, or I just put it in my phone.
Yeah, Crooks on the miss. No offensive rebounds yet for International in the first 8+ minutes of the contest.
Low pass, nice catch and shoot, and a 3 for Jalen Day off the bench in his first scoring of the night.
Only averages 2.5, and he's got 2 already.
All Argos here early on, as they've already surpassed their season average in made threes. They made 5 in the first. That's number 6.
Yeah, Coach Bennett's gone to his bench early. He's got Kevon Hall, shot block there. And again,
Johnson
can't come up with the offensive rebound.
Hall, the junior, quickly up the floor. Ty Hopper tries his hand, and he rattles home his second triple tonight. 8 for him.
Boy, they're on fire, shooting 70% from the field here in the first 10 minutes of the game.
The team that averages just about 30% from three-point range. They're well north of that here tonight.
Just no easy shots for International.
Kreutz has had the ball in his hands a lot here, and he's been seeing a lot of Jace Bennett, just like he is here. High pass out of bounds. He tried to connect with Mateo Capano.
It was the right idea. One pass over on that left wing to Machado. He would have had a better angle to throw it in there, but Peter Machado still scoreless, leading scorer on the season at 13.7.
And at 32 the last time out when he made 12 of his 23 shots. Was pretty good inside the arc, too.
1-2-2. They stay in the zone. 1-2-2. Transition-wise, they've been getting back rather slowly, so playing man, but here they're in the 1-2-2, and Machado gets the steal.
Dash had it taken away. Evan Johnson. Ty Hopper poking at it. Back in a big block coming in from behind is Jalen Day with the rejection.
You know, this is not a tall group right now out there for Riverside. So just a very athletic group as more subs come in. Eric Yeelan comes in. I'm sorry, wrong one here, wrong team there.
From the corner, Machado finally breaks the scoring drought with 6:10 left to go here in the second.
Well, you knew it was going to happen eventually. Shoots 36% from the field. Best look he's had. Now International extends that zone almost to a half-court 1-2-2.
Machado using his length here against Hall. Right down the lane goes Cassidy Dash.
Leading scorer off the bench at 5.8 points a game, and Cassidy found the open block. No one rotated on the weak side for International there.
Dash following Kreutz everywhere he goes. He reverses, but too strong off the window. Kreutz with the first offensive rebound of the night for the Griffins. Johnson, catch and shoot 3, perfect.
Yeah, that's more the team we've seen that have won 3 in a row there. And a nice pass by Machado. He made the extra pass there.
Kayvon Hall, the junior, weaving, got into the air, and he got bumped from behind. See who the foul goes against here. It goes against Cy Klobusnik, one of the seniors for the international school.
Stay in zone as Benny Hopper comes back in. What a first quarter he had. He assisted on almost every basket they made, and he made himself 3 field goals, including the 3.
Gets it here from the corner, trying to find 3, number 2. A little bit off the mark. Dash with the miss. Quick ping passing finds Kayvon Hall, who's a little bit short from three-point land.
International's really struggling rebounding the basketball. They averaged 27.7, but the level of competition they play compared to Riverside a little bit different. And I think you can just see that, and it has kind of played out here in the first 9 minutes of the game, or first 11 minutes, I should say, of the game.
Jakar Scott, 4 in white, checked in during the last timeout for Riverside. Benny Hopper, 1 in white, the only starter on the floor right now for the Argonauts. Lost out of bounds off the hands of Michael Kreutz. Not a lot of turnovers from either team on the season, but it's been a lot of one-and-dones, Coach, like you mentioned here for International.
Yeah, doing our homework, I was a little bit surprised. Both teams take care of the ball. International at a 10.4 turnover rate. They've had 7 so far in this game. Riverside 13.5, and I can only think of 1 they've had so far. They've really taken care of the ball.
Scott.
As soon as I say that, I jinx them.
So now you and I each have 1 of us tonight. We're going to try to keep that at that. At no more after that. No more announcer jinxes.
Unforced turnover. International really didn't cause that turnover.
Machado around a screen, a little bit off target, and another 1 and done as Hall comes down with the miss. B. Hopper, nice pass to the block, out to a long 3. Skips off on the attempt there by Dash. He's going to stay here with the Argos. 4 and change remaining here in the second period. And you have a guy like Jalen Day that you see right there on your screen. Such a benefit for Riverside. Almost kind of mirrors Benny Hopper a little bit. You have 2 real pesky guards on the defensive end.
Second straight possession with a turnover by the Argonauts.
Machado steps into a 3 from Johnson, and it's another 3. Second one made of the quarter for Peter Machado.
Yeah, he was in the flow right there. Stepped in it.
Didn't get a lot of open looks or even open touches in that first quarter. Has gotten a lot more here in the second.
Little half-court trap out of that 1-2-2 there.
High arcing 3, no good for Scott. Rebounded by Hopper. Couldn't spin her home. Another rebound. This is Dash as Hopper steps out with some room to fire from the corner.
Good looks. But again, 2 shots. Internationals cannot rebound the ball as they throw it away on a skip pass from the right side as Torgensen comes back in.
And that's what you looked at, this lead being grown without Torgensen and Bennett, the 2 big men on the floor for Riverside, are on the roster, on the bench here for the majority of quarter number 2.
And Jace Bennett scored the first basket of the game, and he's not played a lot here, coach's son. Got both the seniors in there with all juniors otherwise. Not a sophomore on this Riverside team, all juniors and seniors, but just 2 seniors as Torgensen on the backdoor shot, can't make it.
Out and running comes the international school. Kreutz had it, lost it, got it back. Odenwelder, 3, too much on it, and another rebound for Torgensen. Braden trying to take it himself, put that shoulder down. It's going to be a block here against Michael Kreutz, his second.
You know, they say stats don't lie, Rick, and coming into the game, International only shoots 37% from the field. And only like less than that, 27% from 3. And that's been their biggest struggle. They've not shot the ball well, and not getting any rebounds. You know, conversely, Riverside shoots 47% from the field, and they got off to a hot start. They were at 70%, but now they've cooled back down to a pretty even 50% from the field. They've had 4 straight possessions of not scoring.
Machado on the rebound up to Johnson. And again, Kreutz, who's had to be more of a ball handler tonight than normal here for the international school. Machado wants a long 2. Couldn't get her to go as Day comes away with the miss. And now Day wants to push the issue here for the Argos. With 2.5 to go before recess. Just misses on the finish there. Turned away Torgensen, a 3-on-2 to his buddy Hopper. The seniors try to connect, and Benny Hopper finds his second triple.
And a quick 30-second timeout by Coach Justin Bennett. I think he wants to get Jace's son back in and rotate a player in. Let's real quick, Coach Bennett has been great to talk to this week as we prepared for this game. Former assistant coach at Center Grove for Cliff Hawkins, the program builder, I call him. I want to congratulate Coach Hawkins. He's coached 1,000 games now, 1,002 games actually, winning 600, and he's the coach of the Tipton Blue Devils right now. Justin said that year under him he learned so much. We mentioned in the pregame, Justin was the girls' coach at Tri-West last year and just felt a calling to come here and be basically the dean of students, kind of like is his title here. I think they call it something else, but he basically mentors students here and just really likes being at building the program here of the Argonauts.
He was also the one that was doing the reading of all the senior day, and I wondered if it felt awkward because a lot of all 6 of the seniors that were honored show adulation and thanks to him, but he had to read his own name. I was kind of wondering if he might have look at some editorial.
I was thinking about a Saturday night skit, and he liked to, and John would like to thank me.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting. I was waiting for him to thank himself, but handled it beautifully, and just was so excited to have us here and be able to show off this beautiful facility and everything that's going on here at Heron Riverside High School as they're up big here against the International School. Klobusnik trying to find Machado, another one short, and the coach's son Bennett has the rebound. He wanted to push the issue.
He is going to push it up, bring it up himself, coast to coast almost.
Klobusnik was right there on his hip. Day skips, bluffing, little show and go. Torgrimson off the window.
Showtime is his nickname and lives up to it there. Great move, good ball fake. It's not a showtime if you can finish it off. Great job there.
10 points. Second Argonaut in double figures. Machado short. And another one and done here for the International School. Torgrimson, little hesitation through contact, and it bounces off.
Yeah, got a little bit too low where he couldn't use the backboard. He got on that block. That's a tough angle to finish from.
Nice crossover for Evan Johnson. Baseline left, he doesn't go for Klobusnik. Day whirling, both Johnson and Klobusnik were poking at it. And it's going to stick here with the International School.
Yeah, nice steal by Evan Johnson. He averages 2.5 steals a game, and then a very good soccer player. Plays a little bit of golf too, Coach said. So a lot of multi-sport athletes on this international team.
Lorenzo Jones Jr., 10 and white on the floor for the first time here for Heron Riverside. Machado on the pick and pop with Kreutz. He gets in for 2.
I like that move by Michael Kreutz. His first basket of the game, he averages 9. He's been settling for jump shots, and that time was very aggressive and took the ball to the rim.
Bennett v. Kreutz as Benny Hopper waves him out for where he wanted the screen and then deflected out of bounds. Sticks here with the Argonauts. 47 seconds remaining before intermission. And Jalen Day getting a lot of work here in the second quarter. He'll again deal it in from the baseline. Gets it back in the corner. 3 over Machado. Weak side rebound. Hopper goes right to the rim. Bumped. Bennett trying to tap it out, but it's Evan Johnson that soars out of there for the miss.
He's a good athlete, Johnson. Very quick. Plays a little bit bigger than he is because he's not a very big young man.
5'10" senior. Kreutz trying to go against Torgrimson. Put that shoulder down. Just a little bit off target.
But he had a little confidence there. He scored last time around the rim. Good steal there by Machado.
Johnson trying to go 1-on-3. Looking for the foul, doesn't come. Jones Jr. with the miss, and then he slides out of bounds, and it's going to keep it here, or going to give it back to the International School.
Yeah, Evan Johnson thought there was a little contact there in the shot. That's why it looked kind of awkward.
Ty Hopper was late to get to the scorer's table, so he'll have to keep watching from the far side with Kreutz trying to deal it in here for the International School. 9 seconds left in the second. Machado v. Benny Hopper. Hopper steals with 4, 3, 2, and an easy 2 to finish off a splendid first half here for Heron Riverside as they're up big here against the International School. Little defense from Jalen Day and a lot of offense from Machado in that second quarter, but from these guys, and Benny Hopper and Torgrimson double-figure scores for the Argos. They're up big here on the IHSAA Sports Network.
Brewer jams it home.
That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half. Throw it up for Tillman. Whoa, my goodness. 122.60 for Penn.
What a swim! Six of them.
Shot at the buzzer. She got it! Oh my goodness, what a shot!
Hello.
Did it again.
Hello.
Made the highlight reel again. That goes to Mentor and all kinds of room to run. Down the middle of the field, and he will not be touched. Jackson, hello! There we go.
Stokes throws it, caught, ball ricochets.
Wow.
A huge hit.
Wow.
This has been an amazing display of goal scoring.
Hey there, my name is Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we are part of, actually the entirety of, at least from an on-air standpoint, Query and Schultz on the IHSAA Sports Network. It's appropriately named. It's charitably award-winning. And Derek, now we venture into season number 5. Hard to believe.
5 of them. 5 of them. Can you believe it? 2 best buds, talking Colts,
Hardly
Pacers, Indiana sports, every Tuesday night, 7:30, IHSAA Sports Network, and on socials as well.
It is made possible, of course, by the people who watch and listen every single week. We are most appreciative. We look forward to season number 5.
Jackson takes the handoff, throws the deep ball. He's got a man. Catch made. Rolling, throwing, has a man. First down, the grab by Cyrus. Billingsley keeps. Billingsley spins away from the tackle. Still going. Touchdown, Snyder.
Heron Riverside is home to champions on and off the court. From mock trial wins to IHSAA gold and top scholarships, HRAS students are proving that success happens everywhere. Families, round 2 applications close on April 18th. Reserve your spot now at heronriverside.org/enrollment. Rick Johnson joined, as always, by our Hall of Fame coach, Pete Smith. And if you're head coach Justin Bennett of Heron Riverside, you cannot have asked for a better start. 27-0 in the first quarter. You got the big guys going and also got the bench going there in that second.
Yeah, they shot 70% the first 10 minutes of the game. Things started to get a little bit normal, but that can happen when you build up such a big lead. He's got to be happy with the way the guys have shared the ball. You know, he is so impressed with Benny Hopper. He said, you know, last year Benny had a game of 45 points. He's got the school record. Obviously, it's not been that long. But there's a lot of schools that haven't had a kid score 45 points. This year he's become a distributor. He averages 14. Last year averaged 19. But you like how he just passes the ball. He's got 12 in this contest, but he just passes the ball really well and gets everybody involved.
You could really see, particularly even in the early going, he had a lot of open shots, but he would kick it for an extra one to make that, what the coaches say, right from a good shot to a great shot a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, a historical building here, finished. They started building the naval armor back in 1936, was finished in 1938, and then was used throughout World War II before being decommissioned in 2015. We'll take a break and come back with some highlights and talk more about our home tonight, the Hessler Naval Armory. It's part of Heron Riverside taking on the International School here this evening.
McCulling in time. Oh, no! It's good.
This one is
Got
caught.
it. There you
Oh,
go.
wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, 3, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Lynn's way.
Got it in the air. Rustler! Rustler! Whoa!
And little volley, oh my goodness. What a touch for the goal. Jumped over by Lawrence North, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness. Give it to him. Rolls through the lane, and he ducks him. Oh my goodness.
Hey there, my name is Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we are part of, actually, the entirety of, at least from an on-air standpoint, Query and Schultz on the IHSAA Sports Network. It's appropriately named. It's charitably award-winning. And Derek, now we venture into season number 5. Hard to believe.
5 of them. 5 of them. Can you believe it? 2 best buds talking Colts, Pacers, Indiana sports every Tuesday night, 7:30, IHSAA Sports Network, and on socials as well.
It is made possible, of course, by the people who watch and listen every single week. We are most appreciative. We look forward to season number 5.
Back here at the Hessler Naval Armory, where the home team here in Riverside up big over the International School of Indiana, trying to pick up their 3rd straight win over the Griffins. As we send over to our analyst Pete Smith with our halftime scoring.
Well, for Riverside, led by 2 different players with 12 points. Benny Hopper's got 12, including 2 3-pointers. Braden Torgrimson, the other senior on this team, also with 12, including 1 3-pointer. And Jace Bennett, their 3rd starter, he's their 3rd double-digit scoring threat on the season. He has 5. Ty Hopper has 7. And then Isaiah Weir scored an early basket. Jalen Day came off the bench, got a basket, and Cassidy Dash scored right away when he entered the game. So 42 points at halftime for Riverside. For International, a tough first quarter. We've not beleaguering the point, but just could not get any shots to fall, and it was one and done every possession in the first quarter. Didn't turn the ball over very much, but could not make a shot. Peter Machado, the leading scorer in the season, has 6 points. Both shots made from behind the arc. Evan Johnson has a 3 also. Michael Kreutz is the only one that got a shot inside the arc. He drove late in the second quarter and got a good basket. So that's their total there of 11 points for the Griffins. It is senior night here at Riverside, and the seniors have got a chance to do some individual cheers here. And getting a great crowd support here, as you can probably tell. A strong dance team. They had a dance routine to open the game. Just a wonderful turnout here on senior night here in Riverside High School.
We'll be back. We'll have a special guest. It'll be one of the students here at Herod Riverside to learn more about what goes on if you want to become an Argonaut. That's next here on the IHSAA Sports Network. We are now joined by Jarion Veazey, a junior here at Herron Riverside High School. Jarion, thank you so much for joining us here at halftime.
Of course.
What is your favorite thing about being a student here at Herron Riverside?
Just being able to represent my school and knowing that, like, I'm really dedicated and, you know, actually I like my school.
Tell us what's it like to be a student here. Obviously, we know a lot about the guys playing here basketball tonight, but what's it like day-to-day, Monday through Friday as a student at Herron Riverside?
It could be long, but I actually appreciate it because it's not like it's a bad long. It's like you're actually getting the education that we came here for, and like we have so many different resources and different things going on throughout the day. So it's not just all strictly work. We have, you know,
get a little bit
other
of fun in there.
Yeah.
We're joined by Jarion Veazey, a junior here at Herron Riverside High School. All right, quick rapid fire. Favorite class?
AP Pre-Calc.
Why?
Because I like math. And
AP Pre-Calc. Man, that's giving me sweats just thinking about it. I know it's a long way off for just a junior. Any ideas of where we want to go to school afterwards and maybe what we want to study?
I don't know where I want to go to school, but I do know that I want to be a PA, a physician assistant.
You look at everybody that's come out here, a wonderful crowd here tonight. You see the support for not just the guys on the basketball team, the cheerleaders, the dance team as well. What's it like to know you guys have that such a community like that here at Herrick Riverside?
It just makes us feel as big as if it's any other bigger school in Indiana. Like, even though we are a small school, it just makes our school feel even bigger than it is because we have that, you know.
That big school feel.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Jarian Veazey, thank you so much. Best of luck with the rest of the year, and good luck getting that PA ship. We're back with the second half next here on the ISC Sports Network.
Brewer jams it home.
That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half. Throw it up for Tillman. Whoa. My goodness. 122-6-0 for Penn.
What a swim! Six of them.
Tonight's game brought to you by Brandt Construction, building excellence in Indiana for over 54 years. Herrick Riverside families round 2 applications again close on April 18th. Don't miss your chance to join a school where students achieve big. Apply today at herrinriverside.org/enrollment. Pleasure to talk with Jarian Veazey, junior here, and you could see the pride that coach that they have in their school. Again, a 2A school by classification from athletics, but they carry themselves like the big schools do.
They do. Started the third quarter here, and International is going to come out with a 2-3 run and jump, and right away, the younger Hopper, Ty Hopper, hits a 3. He's now in double digits with 10 points now. So 3 of the Argonauts in double figures here early here in this third quarter.
Third 3 of the night for Ty. He came in average, making just 10 on the year. First possession here for the International school as they have their 5 starters on the floor. Kreutz did a lot of good work inside of that second quarter, operating here outside the arc, and just like he did in the first half, Bennett's watching his every move. Machado against the younger Hopper. Finds help in his scoring mate in Evan Johnson. Machado, a little push shot. Doesn't go, but an offensive rebound here for the International school, and we'll give it away on a travel, but you got to like their work inside, getting their hands on a miss.
Yeah, they didn't even touch the ball inside on a missed shot the first quarter. So, and again, coming out, they're running and jumping all over and causes the turnover there. First pass, they're going to trap on the wing and then hopefully rotate over and shut down the passing lanes. And Torgrensen with a skip pass a little bit too far here. You know, Riverside's played man-to-man the whole game, haven't done any running and jumping, just a little bit of full court pressure early to build that strong lead up. They're going to call an offensive foul there. Peter Machado leading with that left arm. Good job by Ty Hopper staying in front of the ball. And the turnover on the offensive foul gives it back to Riverside. They're going again.
The Hoppers find each other. This is Weir on the baseline.
Nice ball movement. Nice ball movement. Didn't make the shot, but it was a wide open, pretty good look. I think Coach Bennett wanted one more look. I think they got a good shot, but they could have got a little bit better there. Jace Bennett with a steal.
Trying to go all the way in. Bumps. Will they give him the and one? They will. Jace Bennett with the foul from Kreutz and an ear-to-ear smile for the junior wing.
You know, he slowed down to draw the foul instead of just, okay, I'm going to slow down a little bit. There's the push. Had the one step up, a continuation with the basket.
That's got to be being a coach's son, right? You kind of have that innate feel.
Well, he's played a lot of basketball. Grew up in Coach Steve Lynch's program in Brownsburg before making the move over here to play for his father at Riverside. It's been a great move for him, great transition.
Completes the three-point play. He's up to 8 points. His first trip to the line here tonight. When we talked to his father, Justin Bennett, this week, he said once they leave the gym, they don't talk about basketball at all. They don't watch film at home. They are father and son once practice is done. Now, he did say, he said, we can't get a little hard on each other in practice, but when it's done, it is a father and son relationship. Diving on the floor was Torgrensen, trying to take it away from Klobusek. Machado with a nice, strong finish through Bennett.
Real strong. I thought he probably deserved an and one opportunity there. Machado didn't attack the basket at all the first half. He settled for a lot of threes. He's already been inside that arc 3 times now here in the first 3 minutes of this third quarter.
Good push here from the International school. As Arjun Batal, number 11 in blue, out there right now. Johnson with Ty Hopper shadowing every move that he makes. They've been putting Johnson on an island here in the third quarter. A little bit of sliver of space, but turned it over on the dribble. Hopper, Torgrimson.
Showtime.
Break.
On the pass, yeah. Yeah, I think if he would have attempted the shot, he probably would have got a couple free throws, but good job of making the extra pass there to Weir. Draws the foul.
Guilty man was Mateo Capano of the International School. Catch and shoot, Bennett. Corner three, no good. Torgrimson with an aggressive rebound up over everyone, and he puts her back in.
Yeah, just no blockouts by the Griffins. Just did not even attempt to try to block him out.
This has been a hard place for opponents to play this year. Heron Riverside 7-3 at home. Weir through contact, and he gets the bounce.
That's a major league basket by Isaiah Weir. Good body control after he drew the contact. Played through the contact, no call. Good basket.
Another member of this deep junior class for the Argonauts. So if you thought this year was fun, buckle up for next year and years to come. Riverside putting together something really big here. Johnson knew it wasn't good right when it left his hand. And then a baseball pass up the floor, finds the hands of Ty Hopper as Torgrimson goes deep.
Boy, outstanding pass by Braden Torgrimson.
The NFL Combine's in town this week, and Torgrimson trying to get an invite out there to Lucas Oil Stadium. 30-second stoppage here for the International School. At Heron Riverside, students don't just succeed, they celebrate, connect, and build lifelong memories. From the annual Trunk or Treat to Hispanic Heritage Month festivities and the legendary Pi Day celebrations, HRHS fosters a strong sense of community and school spirit. Whether in the classroom or at campus events like this one, every student has the opportunity to get involved and make lasting memories.
Coach Bennett said one of the highlights this year as we take a look at him in the huddle was they won the Henryville Holiday Tournament, which they went down south. It was a great team building experience, and they won both games and came home with the tournament championship. Big win. He said one of the highlights was when they were playing the first game, they were playing Springs Valley, which is where Larry Bird prepped at in high school before attending Indiana State. And that was their first round game that they won. And just a really exciting time for the kids. So they had a great time and made them stronger. You know, they opened up with a bad loss to start the season. When I say a bad loss, not losing to Danville meaning it's a bad loss. Just they got beat pretty bad, and they learned a lot from that. Kind of woke them up a little bit bigger time basketball. And they're having a wonderful season since that first game of the year.
Day up to Hall, mid-range doesn't go, and Johnson has the weak side board for the International School. Machado trails, steps into a three, hit a couple of those back in the first half, doesn't find the bottom of the cup here. Out of bounds.
Yeah, turnover there.
By Heron Riverside.
Yeah, deflection there by Machado, and then next thing you know it, touched Lorenzo Jones, who's in the game.
Backcourt slippage as Angus Connolly on here for the International School. Off the bench, Lorenzo Jones Jr. out trying to slow down Evan Johnson. Machado going one-on-one with Hall. Back out to his buddy Johnson. Halfway down and out. Tough luck there for Evan Johnson.
That was a great look. Yeah, that was in the basket. Just could not stay down.
Day, a whirl up the floor. Some of his buddies in the upper deck tried to help him in, and then Kayvon Hall almost went up to dunk it. Off-balance shot. Trying to go up strong was Klobusnik, and he's down back behind the play, and they'll stop play here as Klobusnik took a hard fall trying to go up for the shot on the block. Cy Klobusnik, 5'10 senior, was a little bit off balance and hit that floor hard right there on your screen.
Yeah, it was after the shots when he had the contact, so no foul. Not thinking there should have been either. He just kind of lost his balance on the shot. He's going to take a seat here.
As both teams huddle up around their respective coaches. We've shown a couple of different times here these 4 giant murals that were painted here around the beginning of when the Naval Armory was built. This gym used to be the drill hall when the Armory was active. These 4 12 by 15-foot murals done by artist Charles Bowerly, and they depict famous naval battles throughout history.
You know, gymnasiums aren't always built. As you take a look at one there on our screen, gymnasiums always aren't built to play basketball in. This was a naval armory that had more important meaning at the time than a little orange basketball being shot around. But now, thank goodness, because of the way our country is, don't have to worry about other reasons to use the gym other than to have fun and play basketball and other sports.
Kreutz goes in, able to finish for 2.
Kreutz has 4 now, averages 9.1.
Jakar Scott gets tied up with Kreutz, and he gets spun around right into the waiting arms of Johnson.
Alternate possession gives it back to International. If you're joining us early, or late, I should say, early in the contest, Riverside jumped out to a big lead. They shot over 70% to start the game in the first 10 minutes of the game. Jumped out to a 27-0 lead after the first quarter. And, you know, I'm going to give you this, Rick. A lot of the miscommunication, I think, is caused by the fact these guys were out of school last week. International was on a vacation, so it's hard to play with any continuity when all this happens.
Yeah, they had February break, and so their practices were a lot of individual workouts with guys that were still there. They had 1 day of practice. That was yesterday before tonight's contest.
Yeah, individual workouts are good, but it sure doesn't help the team concept of things, other than the fact that maybe you can do a little bit more one-on-one.
Johnson from the elbow. Machado fighting for it, and he was the last one to touch it. And Herod Riverside's going to get her back. Actually, I'm going to say it went off of Herod Riverside and Kayvon Hall.
Double screen here.
Machado catch and shoot. Off the rim, but an offensive rebound for Kreutz. He's been pretty good down on the block tonight when he's gotten there. The problem is he hasn't gotten there a ton.
No, they've been stuck on their perimeters. A reach-in foul there.
Jakar Scott got him. Tonight's game brought to you by Brandt Construction, trusted partner of Heron Classical Schools since 2006. The Argonauts trying to pick up their 17th win of the season. They saw in the sectional draw on Sunday they get a bye into the semifinals there in sectional 42. They'll be held at Park Tudor. Kreutz guarded tightly by Dash. Another nice deflection there by the Argonauts.
You know, Cassidy Dash is a nice guy to bring off the bench. He's got good size, puts a lot of pressure on the ball. Just kind of does his job.
The bench unit here of Dash, Jakar Scott, number 4, and Jalen Day have been a real thorn in the side of the International School as Johnson able to clean up the mess.
Evan now with 5 points. Only 3 players have scored for the Griffins so far. Machado has 8, Johnson has 5, and Kreutz has 4.
Jones Jr. tries his hand to the 3. A little bit too much on that one. And a foul. Will be a push. Looks like it's going to be against Kayvon Hall of Heron Riverside.
Well, quite frankly, International has been much more competitive after that first quarter. Just dug themselves such a big hole. They scored 11 in the second quarter and scored 6 here in the third. Just really struggling shooting the ball. It's not been their strength all year either.
One more quarter play here from the Hessler Naval Armory. When we come back, we'll talk to another student from Heron Riverside High School. They'll be pretty happy tonight. The Argonauts up big here on the ISC Sports Network.
McCulling in time. Oh, no! It's good.
This one is good.
There you go.
Wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, 3, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Ellen's way.
Wrestler! Wrestler!
Whoa!
And that'll volley, oh my goodness. What a touch for the goal. Jumped though by Lawrence Bard, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness. Give it to him. Rolls through the lane and he ducks him. Oh my goodness.
Hello, world. Don't worry about me. It's all about him. This is Malachi, wave at that camera right up there. Yeah, wave at the people at home.
Hey, guys.
This is Malachi Jackson. He's a senior here at Heron Riverside High School. Welcome.
Yes, sir. Hey.
Tell me what it's like to be a student here at Heron Riverside.
I mean, well, being a student here is it's fantastic. It's like a fantasy, honestly. The teachers are just amazing to you. They tell you exactly what you want to know when you want to know it, and they give you all the help that you will possibly need.
We talked to one of your fellow students, Jarion, earlier, and she mentioned you guys are a small school, but it has a big school feel.
Absolutely.
Kind of, what's that like to have that? Have that small school feel, but then, kind of have the big shoulders like a big school.
Yeah. Okay, so I used to go to LC, and it's 3,000 kids
Yep.
there. And honestly, I felt the big kid, energy. But when I came here, it was honestly just it was so small, but the teachers make you feel like you mean the world to them. And the students here, they're just amazing to you. You would think that people would be trying to bully you or anything like that, but they actually love you here, and they show you that they love you too. And I really love it here.
What's it been like making that transition from one of the bigger bigger high schools in Indianapolis to a place like Heron Riverside?
Yeah, I heard that question a lot, honestly. it's honestly just insane. Coming from LC, I just had low expectations for this school, honestly, because you don't really think a lot when you come from a big kid school to one of the smaller rated schools. But honestly, the switch was just amazing, and I'm really glad that I did. I wish I came in freshman year, honestly. I just love it so much. I'm honestly I'm just amazed.
We mentioned you're a senior. What number of years is this for you here at Heron Riverside?
This is my second year.
Okay.
I came here my junior year.
When we've been mentioning, the second round of signing ups coming up, what would you tell somebody that's considering coming to Heron Riverside?
Just be open because no one here judges you really. So just open up to people. It may look scary at first. People may look at you with glaring eyes, but they really love you here and they'll show you too.
You mentioned you're a senior, so what are our future plans? Do we know where we're going yet for college? Okay, where are we going?
I'm going to Valparaiso University here. They give me a full ride.
Oh, congratulations. Go Beacons.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks to the school, honestly. I'm planning to study civil engineering.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So how did the scholarship come about for anybody that's wondering to get that full ride? That's massive.
Yeah. Honestly, I just applied through Common App, which the school helps you build. There's an entire career advice, and there's an advisory for your career, and they really help you make sure that you get scholarship for any school that you would possibly need. So, yeah, it was really easy, honestly.
If it was easy, everybody easy getting a full ride. Man, sign them up.
Easy with the school. Yeah, it was.
Malachi, thank you so much for taking some time for us. Best of luck at Valpo. Go crush it, buddy.
Of course.
Best of luck with the rest of the year.
Of course, man. Thank you for having me, man. This is amazing.
That's Malachi Jackson joining us here. During the fourth quarter, big fourth quarter right now for the Argonauts is, people coming by and taking pictures. Malachi's a celebrity now. People want to come and we're having to fight off people with the autograph. We have a lot of barriers set up. So, Malachi, thank you so much, buddy. Best of luck with the rest of the year.
Thank you so much.
That's Malachi Jackson joining us here on our broadcast here on the ISC Sports Network here in the fourth quarter. Heron Riverside up a bunch. Malachi Jackson, full ride to Valpo. Go Beacons here in the next year for Malachi Jackson. Full ride to Valpo, Coach, for our buddy Malachi here.
Very impressive, yeah. I really enjoyed listening to him talk to you during the ball game here.
And wants to major in civil engineering, and a lot of good things happening here for Heron Riverside. As a timeout here for the International School. Heron Riverside students are making a real impact in their community, just like our friend Malachi. This past holiday season, HRHS scholars helped assemble 10,000 life-saving kits for Overdose Lifeline, supporting critical work across Indianapolis. Be part of a school that believes in action and impact. Round 2 applications close April 18th. Apply now at heronriverside.org/enrollment. We have another guest joining us here. We're doing this live on the fly, so please tell everybody home your name, sir.
Hi, my name is Mr. Sitzman.
Mr. Sitzman?
I teach English here at Heron Riverside High School.
Mr. Sitzman, it feels like I'm back in the classroom all over again. Mr. And I was not good at English. So this is really starting to bring back some bad memories from high school. What's it like to be a teacher here?
Teaching here is really great. We get to work with some really awesome kids. I mean, if you're looking at the basketball court tonight, the kids that are really leading the court tonight are going to be the kids that come into my English class at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning and volunteer to go first when we recite Shakespearean monologues. So you just get to work with a lot of really cool kids with a lot of different talents and so much potential.
What year is this for you here at Heron Riverside?
This is my 4th year, so I guess technically it's my senior year.
And what type of things are you teaching the students here at Heron Riverside?
We take a pretty big approach on the classical side of things. So we really emphasize things like student-led dialogue in the classroom, a lot of public speaking practice and going up to the front of the room and demanding a crowd, commanding a room. A lot of that kind of emphasis, as well as backing all that with a lot of classical texts. We read Shakespeare, we read a lot of classical texts, Aristotle, these kinds of things, and it really helps build a really, really interesting curriculum.
How important is it, you mentioned the public speaking, getting the kids up in front of their peers. How important is that, do you think, for them going forward, whether you have to make a presentation in a business setting or, different jobs, or even when you get off into college as well?
Well, I talk to a lot of kids about what they're going to do after here in Riverside High School. And we talk about different majors they're interested in, different careers they're interested in. And something I always point out is that every college major these days is practically a writing major. Every college major these days requires really strong communication skills and a really deep understanding of how to express yourself and your perspective. So I just think it's crucially important. Now, lots of bias there. Between you and me, I'm the speech and debate teacher.
Oh, so. that's completely fine. Well, we've been talking about the mock trials and everything else and the success with that program here at Riverside. What are some of your favorite aspects of being a teacher here? And coming to work every day?
Yeah, great question. Like I said, it's really how willing the kids are to jump into such a demanding curriculum and how willing they are to read such different texts. I don't think you'll find every ninth grader is thrilled to read something like the Epic of Gilgamesh or the Tragedy of Macbeth. But a lot of kids who come here are willing to find something interesting in it. They're willing to take that challenge and find some depth in it, and we can get to some really cool places with them in the classroom.
If you had an opportunity to talk to a parent of a student, whether they're going to be a freshman in the fall or maybe like Malachi earlier that transferred in the middle of their high school career, and they're considering here in Riverside, what would you tell them?
Something that's really awesome about what we do here in Riverside is we are a small school. You're going to have a lot of the same teachers over and over again. You had Malachi on earlier. I had Malachi in 3 classes, I think, all his time throughout high school. And that's going to make for a really, really great opportunity to get to know the same teachers, but also for the teachers to get to know you. We can give really specific feedback in classes like those communication-based courses, those English courses, but even some stuff on the STEM side as well. It makes for a really, really interesting place where you know your peers really well, you know your teachers really well, and we're building new opportunities as far as extracurriculars every year. You mentioned our mock trial team. I'm one of the faculty sponsors of that too. That's still a newer program to us, but we're getting bigger and bigger and better with it every year.
So last thing, what's on our lesson plan for tomorrow, for Wednesday morning? What do we got cooked up?
Tomorrow morning, my AP language students are in the middle of diving through a run of King Lear. So they are going to have to take a quiz first thing, which they know to study for. But then after that, I'm going to make them get up and perform part of it. We're into Act 3 of King Lear, which anyone who knows their Shakespeare knows really kicks off with a big bang. We're going to perform some big, loud, screaming matches throughout that scene. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, good luck. I wish the students good luck on their quiz, and then I hope we have a lot of big performances tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, thank you so much.
That's joining Mr. Simpson, the English teacher here at Heron Riverside. There's wonderful things happening here for the Argonauts, both on the floor tonight, but also for the high school in general. Just a really lot of wonderful things happening here for this school. Again, like they mentioned, Coach, a smaller school. You coached at a smaller school in Guerin Catholic, but just like your teams did back there at GC, they carry themselves with the big, broad shoulders you'd see out of a 4A team.
Well, they sure have, and, it's just going to get better at this school. Nice basket there by Kreutz. While you're having that conversation, the 2 seniors got a great round of applause as they exited the game. Benny Hopper finished the game with 19. Braden Torgrimson finished the game with 16. Coach Bennett did a nice job of getting them out and getting a chance to get a nice hand as they were introduced, as Jace Bennett draws the foul there. This has been a rare game the second half that's gotten out of hand. I really appreciate the fact that Riverside has not pressed, has been rotating a lot of guys in, and yet it is senior night. And Benny Hopper deserved that moment, and so did Braden Torgrimson to get to play. And they didn't play a lot in this second half, but they played enough to still make an impact and finish their home career on a really, really high note. And it's just been a tough night for International during the size. You take a look at Benny Hopper, and there's Torgrimson. Great job by our crew tonight. They've been all over the place, and talking about the fact that Torgrimson, if you were watching during the conversation, shot about a Steph Curry type shot that didn't draw iron, and he looked over to Coach Bennett, and Coach Bennett was not really happy, but I think he consoled himself on the fact that it was senior night, and if this is the sectional coming up, obviously Braden wouldn't have shot that ball. But at the same time, Braden Torgrimson can throw that basketball in an outlet pass. He reminds me of Kevin Love, former great UCLA and NBA player that could throw the ball the full length of the court, as Bennett misses the second free throw. And he's going to come out of the game now as all 5 starters, are out of the game now for Riverside. Got their second group in. As we're under a minute to go, we've had the running clock here once we got that big lead of 35 points. Running clock rule by the IHSAA was instituted in this game. That kind of an epitome of the game right there now. But no second shots at all for the Griffins. I only have for 3 offensive rebounds the entire game.
Jones Jr. tried to will it in from the corner. This is the last regular season game of the year for the International School. They'll open up Sectional 57 play against the hosts of Sectional 57, Purdue Broad Ripple, coming up on March the 5th. Heron Riverside's got one more game against the Indiana Deaf School. That comes up in 2 days' time, and then they get the bye to the semifinal of Sectional 42, where they either play the host, Park Tudor, or Cardinal Ritter. International School in Class 1A, Heron Riverside in Class 2A.
Can they get it off? Buzzer beater.
Almost the bank from the corner for Cassidy Dash, and that will bring our game to a close tonight. All Argonauts as they come away with that 71-25 final tonight. We'll take a quick break and come back and wrap it up next here on the ISC Sports Network.
And gets the highlights. Now he takes the look away, and he puts it away.
Heron Riverside High School is proud to be a part of Indiana's rich history. In December, HRAS hosted the Pearl Harbor Memorial Service, welcoming veterans into its historic building to honor their service and sacrifice. Be part of a school that values history, community, and excellence. Round 2 applications close April 18th. Reserve a spot today at heronriverside.org/enrollment. And tonight's game has also been brought to you by Brandt Construction, committed to excellence, dedicated to community. Back here at the Hessler Naval Armory, where tonight it was all Argonauts, as we're joined back once again by our analyst, the Hall of Famer Pete Smith. And they use a 27-0 lead for Heron Riverside at the end of the first quarter. They did not take their foot off the gas line. A really impressive showing here for the Argonauts.
No, they got off to a great start. I know I've said it a couple times, but it's been a while. They shot 70% the first 10 minutes of the game. I looked down at my quick stats, and boy, then they came down to earth, and unfortunately, it was too late for International really to get back into that contest. I mean, they battled them much tougher, but the biggest things that, as we go back to those keys of the game, rebounding was a big thing. They dominated the boards, Riverside did. International could not control the pace because they were behind so fast. International came out in the second half and did some trapping. That got them out of their rhythm a little bit, Riverside's rhythm, but overall they are by far the better team and have a good shot at that 2A sectional. They've never won a sectional game, so this is an opportunity this year to not only win a sectional game, but with these two seniors, with Torgrimson and with Benny Hopper, they're a real factor in that sectional.
Also, the dance team's been fantastic tonight. We mentioned the seniors on the basketball team, the 4 cheerleading seniors, Olivia Bond, Tamaya Emery, Nasaya Jones, and Dia Thomas. Our crew's been fantastic tonight. Camera operators Alex Lovern, Matthew Stein, and Daniel Miller. Hats off, gentlemen. You guys were fantastic all night. Graphics was David Kahn. Replay, Kyle Donlin. And our director running the whole show was Vince Morellis. For our Hall of Fame analyst, Pete Smith, my name is Rick Johnson. Thank you so much for tuning in to our presentation tonight of high school basketball here on the ISC Sports Network. It was all Heron Riverside. Argos win 71-25 as they look to the sectional coming up next week.